Hey YouTube, it's me, Ashley, a girl and her flowers, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm here in front of my sign with actual flowers on my head. I know you thought this day would never come back, but it's here. And so it's Sunday. I'm actually doing a video on the day I'm supposed to do a video. I'm making big steps in the world, okay? I'm so proud of myself. Today I was thinking that I wanted to start a podcast. And I know I've told you guys that before and I just kind of didn't follow through, but I've been listening to some podcasts lately and I just feel like I can do that. And I honestly believe I'd be more consistent in that because I don't always want to sit down. Like, I always have ideas of what I want to talk about, but I don't necessarily always feel like sitting down in front of the camera. So I think with a podcast, it would be perfect. But don't quote me on that I'm going to do it right away, but it is something that I am considering. But I say all that to say, I do have things in the works in my brain. I just have to put them into like physical reality. Anyway, so I came to you guys today because I wanted to talk to you about anxiety. It's not something that I talk about so much now in my channel. It was something I talked about earlier, but then I realized that I was giving too much attention to my mental health issues, like my depression and my anxiety. And I like to think of those things like an unwanted guest in your house. If you keep giving them attention, they're never going to leave. But maybe if you ignore them and make them feel uncomfortable, then they'll, go away. So I stopped giving so much attention to my anxiety and my depression because I feel like that was just exacerbating it and it wasn't getting me any further. And now that I'm in a much better place, I feel comfortable talking about it. So I wanted to just talk about anxiety today. So I looked up the definition of anxiety. I wrote it down because I don't remember it, but anxiety is defined as a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically having to do with like an event or something coming up. But when you live with anxiety like me, it's a constant feeling of worry and unease about everything. Well, what if I open the door and I'll fall down the stairs? Or what if I get in my car and I'm going to crash? Like, that is what anxiety does. It's because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, so you are nervous going into a situation. But when you live like that, you fail to realize that sometimes you're going to cause the outcome to be exactly what you don't want it to be, because that's all you're thinking about. I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall. So then you're going to fall because now you've told yourself that you're going to fall, and you've done that. Kind of goes back to my last video, like the law of attraction thing, which I'm always amazed at how much everything goes back to the law of attraction. Is just kind of crazy. But anyway, so I just decided to stop letting my anxiety kind of take over everything, because I was missing out on a world of opportunities because I was too busy fearing that I would fail. But once I learned that I am capable of succeeding at things, then I became more into doing them. You guys, I'm so hot. I'm like sweating. My air conditioner is broken, but that's how dedicated I am, because I'm still doing this video and I am hot as heck. And my daddy's sitting right here, and I've never done a video in front of anybody, so that's some nervousness as well, so it's just adding to it. So, whoo, Lord. Okay, but anyway, back to anxiety. So one technique, or mostly what I want to talk to you guys about, is how I've been able to get over that. And because I realized that so many people suffer from that, so many people, especially in our community, our community, they suffer with these things and they don't treat them. They just live their life and learn how to adjust around it. But you have to take control of your life. You cannot let anxiety, depression, any type of mental illness, any type of physical illness take over, because then you become that thing instead of who you are. I didn't want to be depressed and anxious. I wanted to be seen as Ashley and nothing more. Not, oh, she cries all the time, or she's always worried. And when you allow these, illnesses to take over, then you become that, when ultimately you are in control. So some techniques that I have learned to cope with my anxiety that I wanted to share with you guys were, one is that if you just live in the moment that you're in, and I know that that's very difficult, especially when you have anxiety, but if you can figure out a way to train your brain to just live in the moment that you're existing in, it's going to do you a world of wonders, because ultimately I truly believe the decision has already been made for how our lives are going to turn out. So all we can do is enjoy the moment that we're in. We can't worry about the end, because then we become the end and we lose all of the time that we have before the end comes. So biggest thing you can do is just learn to live in the moment that you're in. And another thing you have to do is accept the fact that things are going to be the way they're going to be. And worrying about it is not going to change it. It's not going to make it better. It's not going to do anything but ruin the moment that you're living in, which goes back to tip number 1. So you're ruining those moments because you're thinking that if I keep thinking about it, then maybe I can prevent it, but you can't. It's going to be what it's going to be. So accept that. Accept that you can only control the now, and that's it. You cannot fix tomorrow's problems. And when you're trying to fix tomorrow's problems, you're ruining today because you're so busy worried about the next day. That's number 2. And then lastly, so I can't think. Lastly, I wanted to say, another thing is to find something to redirect your brain. So for me, it was writing, and then it was music or singing or whatever it is. I found that when I feel myself starting to worry, redirect. Don't allow yourself to get deeper and deeper and deeper. When you feel yourself at the surface, then go do something. Go take a walk. Go work out. Go call a friend. Do something with yourself to not allow yourself to dig yourself into a deeper hole, because it's only going to be harder. Eventually, you will end out on top, which is mostly up to you. But if you believe that, you will end up on top. So don't make yourself having to get on top from a 10-foot hole when it could be a 1-foot hole because you saw it at the surface and redirected. So that is it. I'm done talking. I am so hot. I don't like the sweat. I'm very bothered. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. You want to come say hi? She doesn't want to come say hi. But thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, mwah.